Mad Dog, you on the headsets?
Yes, sir.
How's the show so far?
I think it's awesome.
I have a question for you. Trump loves 4 o'clock. He says the executive order signing was for 4. He's giving us the whole show? He's going to give us the whole show to have fun?
He's going to give us the whole show, I
All
think,
right.
yeah.
Okay, all right. The net widens. Barack Obama, or should I say Barack Hussein Obama, Hillary Clinton, Adam Schiff, John Brennan, James Comey, and as it often does, the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post. Many heads need to roll. Many heads must roll. He did everything we said he did, and yet Adam Schiff has never had a single regret about it.
Do you have any regrets on how you handle the Russia issue? Obviously, the former president was never criminally implicated for anything involving Russia.
No, not at all.
None at all, he says. This guy was one of the most vocal ones out there. And in fact, he was on the committee that called for Trump's impeachment twice. Every day we found out new ways that he broke laws in order to get what he wanted. Adam Schiff personally approved the leaks and the leaking of classified information. We just talked to John Solomon about that 2 days ago. Leaking of information, was it yesterday? To target President Trump. And yet he regrets nothing about his years of Russia hoax, lies, leaks, and fraud. But you see, once upon a time, Adam Schiff walked around like he still had the backing of the lowlives he conspired with. And now that the evidence is all coming out, they're turning on Shifty Schiff. It's now time for Adam to face some accountability. I must say it brings me great pleasure to remind us all of Adam Schiff's greatest hits.
In which the Russians offered help, which we know they did. The campaign accepted help, which we know they did. The Russians then delivered help, which we know they did.
There is circumstantial evidence of collusion.
The case is more than that, and I can't go into the particulars, but there is more than circumstantial evidence now. So,
you've said on more than one occasion that you've seen ample evidence of the Trump campaign's Russia collusion. Last March, you said you had more than circumstantial evidence of treasonous collusion with Russia.
I've certainly said that there's ample evidence of collusion.
Can you agree that there has been no evidence of collusion, coordination, or conspiracy that has been presented thus far between the Trump campaign and Russia?
No, I don't agree with that at all. I think there's plenty of evidence of collusion or conspiracy. But we do know this. The Russians offered help. The campaign accepted help. The Russians gave help, and the president made full use of that help. And that is pretty damning. Reviewing the evidence that I have.
I'm not sure he understands what evidence really means. But I do like the bit where Adam is asked over and over again by different people whether he's sure, absolutely sure, or whether he's super sure. I mean, the guy's had plenty of chances to back up just a little bit. Back in Phil, maybe. He's had chances to show even a glitter, just a glimpse of doubt about what he was saying. Not once did Shifty Schiff take that opportunity. That's because Adam Schiff was about to become CIA director. He was hungry for it. He was willing to do just about anything for it. To have his precious, precious President Trump put an end to that dream. I'm sorry it didn't happen for you, Adam Schiff, and he hates Trump for it. Just like Hillary Clinton has never gotten over losing to President Trump. She was supposed to win. Remember that? It was supposed to be her time. She was supposed to shatter that glass ceiling. That was her story. She named her book about it. She congratulated herself as the future president on her birthday. But President Trump took all that away from both of them. Adam Schiff voted to impeach President Trump twice. And yet, according to newly leaked documents, when Congressman Jim Himes asked Shifty Schiff if there was really enough evidence to impeach a president, what was Adam's response? Probably not. True. Do we really understand what happened here? Are we really understanding what went down, what happened in the House of Cards moment among some of the most corrupt deep state swampsters to exist? Adam Schiff leaked fake intelligence. We know that now. Total fabrications like the FISA warrant, the Steele dossier, invented stories about General Michael Flynn's conversations, and whatever else served the Russia collusion lie. They leaked it. They enticed the press to run with it. But none of it was real. It was all made up. The real purpose was not to expose truth, but to give these fabrications a false veneer of credibility by leaking them through the Intelligence Committee. They went through the FBI. You leak it through intelligence, sounds like it's legit, right? There's always more with this, though, and there's more here, too. There's always more with these power-hungry law-hating jackals. Turns out that James Comey, FBI director at the time, signed off on leaking classified information to the New York Times in 2017 with the sole intent to damage President Trump. Is it any wonder that this guy called for the president's assassination, Trump's assassination, with that little seashells in the sand thing he did on Instagram? James Comey was caught ordering Lisa Page and Peter Strzok to assist the New York Times in their Russiagate lies. Think about that. The FBI director had agents assist a newspaper in taking down Donald Trump. That's what we call seditious conspiracy. Oh, and it turns out that wasn't just the New York Times. Their good friends over the Washington Post and the Wall Street Journal, owned by Rupert Murdoch, were right there in good company. All of them having reporters who participated in dishing out the Democrat Party talking points based on what? Truth? Facts? No, based on lies and misleading intelligence. Every last party, including these so-called news outlets, Adam Schiff, Schiff'S Schiff, James FBI Comey, the lot of them, they're responsible for dividing this country. They're responsible for seeking to overturn the will of the people by a free and fair election, the cornerstone of not only our democracy, any democracy. Do these people even understand the damage inflicted on the process, the democratic process, the crippling of the republic? What, so they can get a little handle on a little more power? My question is, CBS, ABC, NBC, CNN, Murdoch Empire, where's your outrage? Where is it? These people all use their standing to hurt America. This was an operation to carry out a coup against a sitting president and a duly elected president. And frankly, I think I speak for every single one of us watching when I say this, that every single document that reveals those facts means absolutely nothing unless some real action comes of it. And may I stop here for a second and say, we need perp walks. Documents, investigations, great, as long as they end in perp walks. And if you really want to understand the depths of the evil and hate and treason of one of the key figures behind this all, watch as Schiff'S Schiff revels in the lawfare against Trump and America as a whole.
I want to begin by quoting the jury in the Manhattan hush money payment trial. Guilty, 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 guilty.
Now, I will spare you the rest. That lowlife piece of garbage made sure to say guilty 34 times in that soundbite. We cut it off because we couldn't stand looking at pencil neck anymore. And I know that I and many of you will revel in the moment when we finally decide that retribution matters, that justice matters, when that word guilty, guilty, guilty is thrust upon every last member, every last one of these people's crimes, every last one of these people who perpetrated these crimes against this country. Because only then can the American people really heal and move on. Only then, guilty, followed by a perp walk or two. We'll be back 2.5 minutes.